On the news at 3, Senator Akpoti Duaha urges federal government to publish mining agreement for transparency. Federal government begins staff audit at Housing Ministry after 1,600 retirements to boost efficiency. And police fire tear gas, arrest protesters at Abuja rally demanding Nnamdi Kanu's release. Very good afternoon to you. Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? If yes, let's build and take it to greater heights. For this is a task you and I must accomplish. My name is Helen Eric Jemimio. Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Professor Ngozi Maodo, has sent warm regards to the coalition of civil society groups and community-based organizations for collaborating with the Flood Committee in the mitigation of flooding in part of Port Harcourt and Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. The report is presented from our studios.
Professor Odo, while carrying out a spot check on one of the desilting sites at the government-reserved area in Port Harcourt, said the team has opened up several drains within the past 3 days. She noted that the mandate of the committee, notwithstanding, it has decided to clear drains that are not affected by onslaught flooding that comes with the river. The deputy governor enjoined them to work as a team and partner with the government to give the people comfort as well as minimize the burden on the effect of flash flooding experienced in recent times.
Although the mandate of the flood committee is mainly on coastal floods, the floods that come through the rivers and that, but we decided to mitigate because the impact was too bad, it was too negative on the people. So we said we'll also go ahead and open up some drains, and you people volunteered to do that. Please let us all work as a team. After that, we'll also identify other areas and we'll plead with you to be part of our partners to ensure that we help people to have a little bit, some comfort, minimize the burden of the effect of flash floods that we've been encountering.
In his remarks, the team lead, Charles Inkotaria, thanked the state government for the encouragement, noting that they have gone through 3 major flash areas, which include Elioso, Eligbolo, and Farm Road by Ben Wosley, as well as the road linking the Ada George bypass to Mbwaba by the NTA. According to him, in the process of cleaning, they discovered that some drainages were totally blocked by buildings and called on the state government to look into the matter urgently to stop people building with impunity. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
More than 4,000 patients enjoyed healing of different ailments in a free medical outreach organized by the Ogbako Ikwere USA and Canada to ameliorate their health burdens, reduce poverty, and give back to the society. Emmanuel Emeone report that the 5-day free medical and surgical mission took place at Rumibiakani in Port Harcourt City, local government area of Rivers State.
The proverb, health is wealth, means good health is more valuable than money, as it is fundamental to living a happy and fulfilling life. In line with this, the Ogbako Ikwere USA and Canada, a member-supported organization, embarked on a free medical and surgical mission to help the less privileged to live a healthy life. President General of Ogbako Ikwere USA and Canada, Patrick Ayanwoki, said the medical mission is what the organization is passionate about to ensure that the health being of the people are taken care of. He said the first and second medical mission was conducted at Ikwere and Emuha local government areas, where over 4,000 people from various LGAs benefited. He maintained that in Obiakpo local government area, more than 4,000 has also been treated from various health challenges, adding that Port Harcourt City local government area is the next to benefit. Ayanwoki further emphasized the need for government and stakeholders at all levels to partner organizations in order to help ameliorate health challenges in society.
What is really motivating our people in doing this is that we feel that this is the most impactful program where we can feel that we have actually given back to our community. It's a way of giving back to a community that has supported us so much. Ogbako Ikwere believes that collectively we can work towards the progress of Ikwere people.
we can work towards the community building for our people. And part of that community building is supporting our people health-wise. We are excited, about what we've accomplished at this medical mission. Coming into Obiakpo local government, we didn't know what to expect, but we knew one thing, that Obiakpo local government is it's the largest local government in Rivers State. We knew very well that a lot of people will come to this center.
On their part, members explained that their presence is to improve the health of the people, teaching them about preventive care and helping them address their medical needs. They said the organization provided general surgery, primary care, psychiatry, cardiology, GYN, eye surgery, among others. According to them, Obako Ikwere is committed to women's health, specifically as it relates to women cancer. This, they say, will reduce the burden of breast cancer among the women. They noted that over 200 patients were scanned and have provided clinical breast exam.
In the last couple of days, we've been dealing with a patient with numerous medical problems, and patients who need some kind of surgeries like eye surgery and also general surgery. So we provide other services, and we've not had any problems.
So we are committed to helping our people, the women, improve their life by reducing the burden of breast cancer and reducing mortality amongst our women.
Beneficiaries thanked Obako Ikwere USA and Canada for their kind gesture, as it will go a long way to better their lot.
It was hydroxy. It has been done successfully.
The operation on the hernia, it was successful. I will also thank the organizer who organized this team.
Emmanuel Emenyonu, Rstv News.
The couple, Ananias and Sapphira, lied to the Holy Spirit and failed to redeem their vows to God. In this special report, God's power annually underscores the lessons and consequences of lying to God and human beings. Take a listen.
According to the biblical account in the book of Acts 5:1-11, Ananias and Sapphira were followers of Christ in the early church in Jerusalem, vowed secretly to God to sell their parcel of land, bringing all the proceeds to God through Apostle Peter if he accomplished their heart desire. However, when the desire was met, the husband and wife sold the parcel of land, but out of greed and religious hypocrisy, they lied thrice to Apostle Peter, and when confronted after God had received their original agreement, they both fell and died. Such lies have crowded into the larger society, where some desperate leaders lied to their constituents and subjects about providing basic amenities, but fail their people, damning the outcome. These ministers from various worship centers shed light on the lives and times of Ananias and Sapphira as seen in the contemporary world.
I mean, they just want to follow trend, but do not have a personal conviction in their heart. Like I will also tell my people that if a man of God come to your church and want to raise funds, no matter how sweet the tongue is, if you don't have a personal conviction in your heart and you know you can't fulfill the vow, don't step an inch so that you don't bring a curse to yourself.
The clergy highlighted some negative effects of lying and hypocrisy against God.
So I will tell us that if you know you cannot pay your vow, don't even make vow. And Peter pointed out that the lies you have not lied unto man, and you have lied unto Holy Spirit. Sometimes we live a life whereby, even as believers, we tell lies as if it does not matter. One negative effect of making a vow and not fulfilling, God has seen as an unfaithful person. If you give God your heart, giving God your pocket will not be an issue.
Why some are not prospering is because they are every offering they give in the church, everything they give in the church, their eyes are on the pastor. Pastor eat, pastor do this. But some people are interested in making the pastor eat well, making the church grow well. If they had brought the money to the church, the Holy Ghost would have not told Peter anything. Rather, he would tell Peter, bless them, and they would have received the blessing and stay alive. But now what they have done has brought a cost to them. We should learn a great lesson from them.
Other Christian faithful also shared their views.
That is a big lesson to us living today, that as a child of God, if you make vows, even Bible told us that when you make vow, go and pay your vow. Today, so many persons suffering so many things. They say it's enemies, they say it's wings, they say it's wizard, they say from their fathers. So if you examine yourself very well, you discover that some of what we are facing today is inability to pay the vows we made in the secret with God.
You see this problem that people are having, I'm going to fix that problem. With this thing that people are complaining about, I'm going to do it. There is no water, I'm going to fix water. By so doing, the people have already put their trust in you that this person is the person that we want, this person is going to save us from this situation. On the long run, you forget about those things that you have promised them. And you promise God sometimes you fail. That means your relationship with God, you have already spoiled it.
God's Power Anele, Rstv News.
Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has recovered assets worth over 500 billion naira. Vice President Kashim Shettima disclosed this as he declared open the 7th edition of a 3-day capacity building workshop for judges and justices organized by the EFCC and the National Judicial Institute in Abuja. The Vice President, who represented President Bola Tinubu at the event, said, as a result of the non-interference of the current administration in the activities of the anti-graft agency, the EFCC was making progress in ridding Nigeria of corruption. He further disclosed that the EFCC had also secured 7,000 convictions in the past 2 years of the present administration. The federal government has begun a staff audit at the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development to enhance effectiveness after over 1,600 retired in the last 1.5 years in the ministry. The permanent secretary in the ministry, Dr. Shuaib Belgo, flagged off the campaign, the personnel audit and skills gap analysis project for the ministry, stressed that the inadequacy of professionals was hindering project supervision. A statement by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Badamasi Haiba, stated that PASGA is an important part of the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan being anchored by the Office of Head of Civil Service of the Federation. According to the statement, it characterized it as a verification exercise that is aimed at verifying and updating personnel records, identifying skills and capacity gaps, as well as supporting workshop planning and reforms of all civil servants of the Federation. Belgo highlighted the primary mandate of the ministry in providing affordable housing for Nigerians, acknowledged the hard work put into achieving the mandates by the staff of the ministry. Do you love and care about your state and our peace? If yes, let's bid and take it to greater height, for this is a task you and I must accomplish. Still to come, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga laid to rest as Kenyan forces faces political uncertainty, and U.S. President Trump calls on Russia, Ukraine to freeze war at current battle lines. Details when we come back. Go nowhere.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello, caller. How are you?
I'm fine, ma.
About that, your handout, what is the cost again?
Just give me a minute, mommy. Let me confirm. I'm not sure of the exact price.
My good boy, how may I help you?
For 2 of us, sir.
I'll get back to you. Oh, no, man.
Sir?
Are those handouts ready?
Yes, sir.
How much is a copy?
200.
Oh, okay. My boy.
Yes, sir.
350 naira.
Mommy, they said the handout is just 500 naira.
Well, I'll let your daddy know. Honey, caller says the price of the handout is 3,500 naira.
3,500 naira?
Even me, I'm shocked. It's horrible. What's going on in this country? I don't get it.
Not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, with support from the MacArthur Foundation and with broadcast support from the Rivers State Television.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen with good laws,
Proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
if it happen,
If it happen.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port.
Welcome back. The senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduagha, has called on the federal government to publish all agreements and memoranda of understanding entered into with the investors in the mining and solid minerals sector, insisting that transparency must precede accountability. A statement from her media office explained that the senator spoke during a Senate session on solid minerals oversight. According to the statement, Akpoti-Uduagha urged the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development to invoke the Freedom of Information Act and make all contractual documents available both to the National Assembly and the general public. She said such openness was crucial for building citizens' trust and preventing the mistakes that have long plagued Nigeria's oil industry. The senator, a lawyer and development advocate, noted that Nigeria could not make meaningful demand accountability in a solid mineral sector if basic transparency mechanisms were absent. Security forces in Abuja on Monday fired gunshots and tear gas to disperse protesters demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the prescribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The protest, held under hashtag Release Nnamdi Kanu Now, coincided with the 5th anniversary of the hashtag NSAS protest against police brutality. Demonstrators had gathered at Transcorp Hilton and other locations in the Federal Capital Territory before security operatives intervened. Police officers were seen firing tear gas canisters into the crowd to scatter protesters and bystanders. Among those arrested were Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, his brother, and several journalists covering the demonstrations. Two of the international media organizations journalists, American reporter Nicholas Roll and John Okunyomi, were reportedly harassed and detained before being released. Now a look at some foreign stories. Former Kenyan Prime Minister Raila Odinga has been buried at his country home, which has been previously marred by post-election violence and anti-government protests. Let's join Ruth Friday as she tells us more from the foreign scene.
Kenyan leaders present at the burial, including President William Ruto, who signed a political pact with Odinga early this year, talked about the need for Odinga's ODM party to remain united and either form or join the next government after the 2027 election. Odinga was accorded full military honors that included a 17-gun salute by the army. He was buried next to his father, Jaramogi, who fought for Kenya's independence and was the country's first vice president. Thousands of Kenyans and dignitaries from across Africa attended the final interment of a man described as a selfless Pan-Africanist. 2 Hong Kong airport security staff were killed when a cargo plane skidded off a runway, hit their patrol vehicle and plowed into the sea. Emirates flight EK9788 was arriving from Dubai at about 3:50 local time when it veered off the runway, crashed through perimeter fencing and collided with the security vehicle, pushing it into the water. The 2 people inside died. The Boeing 747 ended up partly submerged, but the 4 crew on board survived. Officials are investigating the cause of the crash on the north runway. Airport Operations Executive Director Stephen Yu said they gave the correct instructions to the plane and that there are signs of the runway to guide aircraft. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he would be ready to join US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin at a proposed summit in Hungary if he were invited. US and Russian presidents announced that they plan to hold talks on the war in Ukraine in Budapest, possibly in the coming weeks. Reports have suggested his White House meeting with US President Trump on Friday descended into a shouting match, with the US side urging Ukraine to accept Russia's terms to end the war. Friday Ruth, Rstv Foreign News.
Thank you, Ruth Friday there. And on the entertainment scene, popular Nigerian actress Eve Essen has married her Ghanaian partner Suleiman in a traditional ceremony held over the weekend in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Fortune and Neto has the details.
Videos from the wedding surfaced online just days after Eve shared pre-wedding photos on her Instagram page, officially announcing the upcoming marriage. During the traditional ceremony, Eve's mother gave her a heartfelt advice, urging her to put her marriage first before her life as a celebrity. The ceremony was attended by close family members, friends, and some of Eve's colleagues from the movie industry. Brother to Senator Ned Nwoko, Dr. Michael Nwoko, has publicly addressed the growing controversy surrounding the lawmaker's marriage to Nollywood actress Regina Daniels. In a statement, Dr. Michael urged the public to remain calm and show understanding as the couple navigates their current marital crisis. This comes after Regina Daniels, in a viral video, accused her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko, of domestic violence. The actress claimed that she has been severely assaulted and could no longer endure the abuse, leading to the widespread reaction on social media. Senator Ned Nwoko, who represents Delta North Senatorial District, has yet to issue a personal response to the allegations. Aneta Fortune, Rstv Entertainment News.
And now, sports. Flamingo's head coach, Bankole Oluokere, says his team's failure to convert their chances contributed to the defeat to Canada. Oluokere's side lost 4-1 to Canada in the opening fixture at the 2025 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. Geoffrey Barango was there.
The Nigerian side equalized after an early setback but were punished by a late Canadian surge after wasting several chances to take the lead. Despite the heavy scoreline, the Flamingos aim to learn from the defeat and channel the lesson into a stronger performance for their upcoming must-win fixture. Super Eagles winner Ademola Lookman was in action as Atalanta played out a goalless draw against Lazio in Serie A game. The Nigerian international, who was making his third appearance, is yet to register a goal from Atalanta this ongoing season. Former West Ham manager Graham Potter has been confirmed as Sweden manager after the dismissal of John Dahl Tomasson. Reacting to his appointment as Sweden national team coach, Potter said he is honored by the task but also incredibly inspired. Recall that Tomasson was sacked following the disappointing 0-1 defeat at home against Kosovo in 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Godfrey Barango, Rstv Sport News.
That report from Godfrey Barango completes the 3 p.m. bulletin. 7:30 is another period where we'll get you more detail. Many thanks for staying with us. Do you love and care about River State and Abyss? If yes, let's build and take her to greater height. For this is a task you and I must accomplish. My name is Helen Eric Gemini. Have a very beautiful afternoon.